So 𝗙𝗨𝗡 is causing a stir. Okay, she just had Elon's baby not too long ago. He set her up in a fancy apartment down in the financial district in New York City. But 𝗙𝗨𝗡 is creating some chaos here. Okay, she is, and she's having a day of reckoning. I've always had very conflicting feelings about this woman because she was always a grifter. Okay, she was. And I remember like a while ago, 𝗍𝗫𝗎 was taking photographs with her in New York City. And it really irked the shit out of me because I've always thought Ashley was like, all right, great. She's an attractive woman, whatever. She's empowered. She's out there doing the thing, being a content creator. But she was like a very power climby, sort of right-wing snotty grifter. And now she is trying to like, I don't know, swing back the other way. She's been very anti-trans. Very, okay? However, like, she also just had a kid. And having a kid, can it change you? Absolutely. Is she really changing? I don't know. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. Time will tell, right? But she is causing a pretty outrageous fucking chaos right now because a while back, okay, she tweeted this. She said Twitter was way better when it was woke, okay? And that was like the first sort of missile shot she fired. What was the book that she wrote? Elephants Are Not Birds. Yeah, there it is. Elephants Are Not Birds. Dude, what an idiot. All right, elephants are not birds. No shit. Dude, what does that have to do with gender? Right? That's two different species of fucking animal, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, when you think about it, just the concept of it is like so dumb. It's like not rooted in anything at all. But anyway, this was her first warning shot. Twitter was way better than when it was woke. Okay, now what she's done, though, she started speaking up about the 𝗙𝗍𝗹𝗹𝗀 coming from Grok and some of this Elon shit. But so she has recently started like having this sort of transgender reckoning. Okay, a couple days ago, she said, can someone explain how 0.26% of the population potentially playing women's sport is a threat worthy of executive order from the president, but the Twitter mecha Hitler robot that makes child sex abuse material and distributes it publicly is not? So, I mean, again, I'm not letting this woman off the hook because she's like showing signs of wanting to change teams. But that is a little bit of, seems like, maybe she is having an awakening. Maybe the charge of the Twitter Grok deep faking is starting to make her realize, like, holy shit, we all have been blinded. Okay, now what I find interesting is some prominent trans influencers have been sort of taking her to task. Like June was in here and said, you previously engaged in blatant transphobia. How do you feel about trans people in the wake of noticing how the far right truly is? Okay, now, for me, guys, this is one of the things I have talked about, is about, like, when it comes to racism, I let black people be the guide. When it comes to transgender issues, I tend to let trans people be the guide, which means if somebody like June is going to engage with 𝗙𝗨𝗡 and connect with her, and if June is somebody who is going to find peace with 𝗙𝗨𝗡 finding new light, I'm willing to follow that lead. You know what I'm saying? So I thought this was really interesting that June got in here and immediately was like, all right, like, what's going on with you? But look at what Ashley wrote, okay? And we don't know how accurate this is, but also Ari Drennan was in here. I've seen other people in here. talking about this, but look what she said. She said, I feel immense guilt for my role and even more guilt that things I've said in the past may have caused my son's sister more pain. Okay, so Ashley is acknowledging Vivian, my son's sister. Remember this line, because this line right here has caused Elon Musk to have a mental fucking breakdown. Okay? This line right here, we're going to revisit this in a minute. Okay? So, and even more guilt that things I've said in the past may have caused my son's sister more pain. I don't really know how to make amends for many of these things, but I have been trying incredibly hard privately to learn and advocate for those within the trans community that I've hurt. I also haven't said much on this because I've gone back and forth over whether my voice would be helpful on the issue, since it will be framed as disingenuous or just turning because I'm scorned. Even this reply will become right-wing hysteria. But yeah, I'm sorry. Let me know how I can help. Now, guys, I've done a lot of amends. I'm 18 years sober, and like I read this and it hit me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, man, I don't know, dude. I'm really going to watch her because there's something about this that felt genuine. Okay. And then even seeing Ari, you know, like chime in, I'm like, all right, I think it's worthy of watching, you know, because people do change. People do grow. I mean, it's not without the realm of possibility. But what's crazy about it, guys, is what happened with Elon. Okay, because Elon has had a melt fucking down, bro. Dude, Elon Musk has just absolutely, he burst several blood vessels in his fucking brain today, okay? And here's what he did. So this account posted, Elon needs full custody. Coming out in support of trans grooming like this is insane. Now, mind you, the only post that Ashley has said was like, hey, isn't the 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹𝗆 a bigger deal and deserves the executive order instead of like 0.26% of the population wanting to do sports, right? Shouldn't the 𝗙cie𝗹𝗹𝗆 be bigger? And my son's sister, she acknowledged Vivian. So now Elon respond to this saying, I will be filing for full custody today, given her statements implying she might transition a 1-year-old boy. Look at that, guys. Implying she might transition a 1-year-old boy. Like, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Nobody is ever transitioned a 1-year-old child. Like, how much fucking ketamine did this motherfucker snort today? Right? Just so insane. All she did was say, like, man, I think we're overreacting to the trans issues, and my son's transgender sister is somebody that I feel bad that I hurt. Now, I, of course, said, there's no way he is getting custody of this kid. Dude, he doesn't spend any time with any of his kids. He is a publicly known ketamine addict. He engages in Nazi propaganda. He meddles in international politics. Like, this guy is such a public scoundrel. There's no way this guy is winning custody of that child, right? But isn't that insane? Like, this is what I wonder with this is does Elon Musk actually believe this? It's like, does he actually, is his brain so fried that he sees a tweet acknowledging Vivian and he thinks she's going to transition like the 1-year-old? Like, bro, nobody is transitioning a 1-year-old. It is not possible to transition a 1-year-old. Like, what the fuck are these people talking about? Dude, isn't that the craziest shit you've ever heard? Like, guys, that's where we're at with Elon. This guy, a woman who birthed his child, just say something nice about trans people and acknowledge his trans daughter and he's like, oh my God, she's transing the baby. You are mentally fucking ill if you think anyone is transing a 1-year-old person. I don't believe anybody's even transing kids. I don't think it's possible. I don't think you can trans a kid the same way that you can't conversion therapy a kid. You know, the whole concept is bullshit. Okay, I do think some people transition and regret it, like 𝗙𝗍𝗄𝗆 or whatever, but I don't think she got trans by people. I think if anything, maybe 𝗙𝗍 decided to transition because she thought it was cool. That's definitely more about 𝗙𝗍, because man, there are so many transgender people who have transitioned and it has changed their lives. It's like a 96% success rate. It's unheard of. Like, people have knee surgeries and have bigger regrets than people who transition. And just because 𝗙𝗍𝗄𝗆 was like, did it for the wrong reasons or regrets it, that is meaningless. You know, their whole movement has like 5 people who detransition, and there's like 20 million who had a good experience. At the end of the day, it's the parents, it's the kids, it's the doctors. We should stay out of it. I don't want them in my shit. I'm not getting in their shit. And it's ironic, too, that the people that want to get involved in these decisions are people that literally shove Bibles up their kids' asses when they're like 2 years old. These people are insane. Elon looks at 2 Ashley posts on the internet and he thinks she's transitioning a 1-year-old. Dude, he is such a scumbag, bro. What a dumb shit. Like, dude, can you imagine, guys? Like, can you imagine having the wealth that Elon Musk has and like just pissing it away on all of this shit? Like, bro, if I had $600 million, dude, homelessness would just be gone, bro. That shit would be ended. You know what I mean? Homelessness gone. Scholarship fund set up. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I would be running around probably just like raining magic on every community I could help, right? 600 billion. And he doesn't do any of it. He sits around and jerks it and is a prick. Like, I have never seen a bigger prick than this guy ever in my entire life. And everybody I've seen who's been close to being as bad as him is also wealthy, I might add. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.